I think indie hacking is broken. Let me show you why. What was the original idea behind indie hacking? It is one person, maybe two, so a very tiny team trying to ship as many softwares as possible in a small amount of time in order to quickly validate the ideas and find your golden ticket. Find that software that starts making enough money so you can quit your job and live full time from this software. I don't know if this idea was original from Levels.io or if he extracted this from a book or a course. I don't know. But he started this movement of 12 startups in 12 months, where the iteration speed was insanely high. You create a software, validate it, didn't work, move on to the next one. But here's the thing. Once you validate a software that seems to be working, then you move on to start working on it full time. So the end goal was to stop working on the other test trials and focus on one thing. And I think the personality of someone that originally followed this advice was someone with an extremely low ego, very open to ideas, and really excited to try new things and talk to customers and understand why the software failed or is not providing enough value for someone to pay for it. So this person was extremely flexible as well. Now, what happened? You log in Twitter, you see a couple of thousand developers saying that they shipped a new SaaS and that you need to try it. Then you click on it, and it is such garbage. The SaaS is half-baked, broken, filled with bugs and security issues. Once you're able to log in and test the software, it feels useless. It has like one or two features, and it's just not enough. You're like, okay, this works, I think, but it is not valuable to me. Like, I am not willing to pay your high price to do nothing with this software. It quickly became the next get rich quick scheme. And now the personality that I find, especially on Twitter, that is following this advice is someone that is filled with anxiety, a lot of brain rot, like they cannot focus on one thing. They, in the morning, they buy the domain, they copy whatever garbage Next.js, ShedCN, Stripe template they can find on the internet from another developer that is extremely questionable. Then he vibe codes for 1 or 2 hours, make a good enough landing page, ship one feature or two max. Then, by the end of the day, he announces on Twitter, hey, I shipped this amazing new SaaS. You gotta use it. And then he starts being extremely aggressive on social media, very attention seeking. This founder of this software is looking for validation and has a super high ego. So he's not very open to new ideas. Like you see people discussing with him or her on Twitter, and then he's like, oh, you just don't understand my idea. I'm not going to work on it anymore. This is it. If you don't like it, don't use it. Like extremely aggressive and high ego, not flexible at all to any feedback. The TLDR is the software is soulless. It is broken. It is slow. You can immediately tell that the person responsible for this software doesn't care at all about the software. All he wants is to get that bag and then brag on social media saying, hey, I vibe coded this app in 3 hours and now I have 100 users. And I've seen people faking screenshots from Stripe. Actually, there is a SaaS that fakes screenshots from Stripe. And it is such a shame. Like, let's have a real conversation for a sec. Is this truly what you wanted to be doing with your life? Creating mediocre software copied from other mediocre developers and you cannot focus on anything for longer than a week. Let me tell you something. To achieve great things in life, you need to put in the effort and time. How long do you think 37 Signals is working on Basecamp? They vibe coded the software in 2 weeks, and now they're getting that bag, getting rich, drinking some caipirinhas in Brazil, just chilling, and then bragging on social media about how much money they made. If I'm not mistaken, Basecamp, as an example, is a decade old, constantly evolving and transforming into an improved version. And you can see this software has a soul, it has a personality. You can tell immediately by this homepage how passionate Jason Fried and DHH are about this software. Look at the design, look at the details. Everything here feels amazing. You can tell that they care. Another one that I really enjoy, SavvyCall. Like, look at this. They spent the time implementing the small things, the small details, making the software feel comfortable and feel like home. Like, when I see this homepage, it feels like I'm getting hugged. You know, it's not that black and white, boring Shadsian template that everybody keeps using. This feels like Derek and the team behind SavvyCall, they care. They want to improve my life. They care about me. They care about my needs for a calendar software. And when I click on any indie hacker project nowadays, I can immediately tell that this app was created in less than 2 hours. Anyways, this is just a rant saying, bro, please, please spend the time. There's nothing wrong in shipping like 5 softwares as long as you're looking for the one with the most potential. And in order to build great software, you need to care. You need to be passionate about something. Like, oh, I'm gonna create a profile image generator. Like, why? Oh, because I think it's gonna make money. Everybody's making a photo app generator these days, so I'm just gonna copy them because it's making money. But do you care about profile images? Do you care about the process, the how it makes, I don't know, the lives of the people easier now that they don't have to hire a photographer? Do you care about this, or do you just want to get that bag, you know? So that's the TLDR. Most SaaS founders nowadays, especially on the indie hacking scene, they ship garbage. And greatness take time. Please invest the time and put in the effort to build something great. Thanks for watching. See you next time.